Y'all remember Dante Wright's mother? Well, she was recently arrested. She was arrested because she was recording a traffic stop. That's all she was doing. Mm-mm-mm. The mother of Dante Wright, who was fatally shot by a suburban Minnesota police officer, said she was injured while she was briefly detained by one of the same department officers after she stopped to record an arrest of a person during a traffic stop. Katie Wright said Thursday that she was worried about the Brooklyn Center officers might do the same to this handcuffed person. So she pulled over when she saw it. And this was Wednesday night. So in April 2021, you remember her son was killed. And it was during a traffic stop, and the officer that killed him was Kim Potter, who said she confused her taser with, her handgun and taser was confusing, which I still say I don't see how that's possible. All I was doing was my civic duty to pull over and make sure that those babies got home safe to their families because I don't want what happened to me to happen to any other families, Wright said. The Associated Press left a message Friday asking whether the officer involved would face discipline. Brooklyn Center police released body cam video that shows an officer crossing several lanes of a traffic. This was Highway 252 and asking Wright for her driver's license. Wright refused. She told the officer that she didn't need to show him her license because she had been pulled over. The officer then pulled her out of the vehicle, which he really didn't have any right to do. He had no business pulling her out of a vehicle and took her phone and placed it on the roof of her car before leading her towards a grassy median. And while he was holding her arm behind her back, Wright said the officer grabbed her so forcefully that he injured her wrist. Wright told the officer her name and said, "You guys killed my son. I'm going to videotape them gesturing to police." The officer told Wright he would send her a ticket in the mail and both returned to their vehicle. Brooklyn Center Police Union president, he praised the officer for what he called a professional response and restraint during the incident. No, that officer don't deserve praise. If she was pulled over and filming a young man getting handcuffed and arrested, and she was not moving or doing anything wrong, he had no business approaching her at all, especially snatching her out of her car and taking her phone. He had no right to do that. Okay, how is that keeping a neighborhood safe? How is he keeping the citizens of this country safe by doing that? He's not. So, along with the video, the Brooklyn Center Police Department released a statement that said the footage was released in an effort to promote public safety and dispel widespread rumor and unrest. Potter shot Dante Wright at a time when the former police officer Derek Chauvin, his trial was underway, and the killing of George Floyd, and tensions were high in the area. Wright's death sparked several nights of protest in Brooklyn Center and revived painful memories of sometime violent unrest that erupted after Floyd's death in May of 2020. Potter, who resigned following the shooting, was convicted in December, of course, and y'all remember the judge that pretty much let her off the hook for killing Dante Wright virtually for no reason. And if you had anything on him, you should have detained him the right way, you know? And I don't blame him. He was scared. That's why he took off. He was afraid. So we know she really should have had a long sentence, but the judge gave her 2 years for taking a life. 2 years. But see, only in America, this is where it is possible, y'all. This is where it is possible. So she was briefly detained but let go. But I don't think that officer should have approached her at all. Should have just left her alone. These cops, many of them are just butt sore that they're being watched and videotaped. And in some cases, they don't even know they're being, people are pulling out their cameras and filming what they're doing, because a lot of these folks are doing this from their homes too. It's not just people on the street. There are many instances people will get in a window and record exactly what's going on outside with these officers. See, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. They want to be able to do their dirt and none of it get caught on camera. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.